Hello, and welcome to our weekly class on the Torah Portion. This week is actually out of order because it's Passover. And on Passover, as with all the Jewish holidays, the Jewish biblical holidays, we suspend, if the holiday falls on a Saturday, on a Shabbat, we suspend the regular order of the Torah Portion, and we read something also from the Torah, from the 5 books of Moses, but that is directly related to the holiday. So since we're at Passover, I think you could probably guess that we're going to read something from the book of Exodus. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So we're reading from Exodus chapter 12, from the middle of the chapter, from verse 21 up until the end of the chapter. Okay, so let's take a look at what this talks about, and this is the final, one of the final chapters before they actually leave, but it really has the actual exodus of Egypt. This is where we see the last stuff that happens and that they're leaving Egypt. So let's start at the beginning. Exodus 12, verse 21. Moses then summoned all the elders of Israel and said to them, "Go pick out lambs for your families and slaughter the Passover offering." And here, over these next few verses, 21 through 23, we have essentially a summary of what was a far more detailed commandment by God to Moses that was in the same chapter previously, verses 3 through 20. And this is basically a summary of what Moses actually commanded to the people of Israel, and it tells them to take the lamb for the Passover sacrifice, to then take the blood from the Passover sacrifice and to spread it on the doorposts, and telling them not to leave their homes. And then we have here in verse 23, "For when the Lord goes through to smite the Egyptians, he will see the blood on the lintel and the 2 doorposts, and the Lord will pass over the door and not let the destroyer enter and smite your home." And that, of course, is referring to the plague of the firstborn, which we will read about in this chapter as well. But here, in this case, the blood from the Passover sacrifice is what will protect the children of Israel from having their firstborn slaughtered. The next verses 24 through 27, tells us about how Passover will be celebrated, not in this generation, but in future generations after they enter the land of Israel. It will become an eternal holiday, and it will serve as a remembrance, and we have this here in verse 27, "You shall say, it is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord, because he passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians, but saved our houses." So that this holiday that we will be celebrating, or actually in biblical times, when they actually brought the Passover sacrifice in Jerusalem, this is as a remembrance for all the amazing events that took place as God rescued the children of Israel from Egypt.
To watch this program in its entirety, go to www.glc.us.com or simply click the link below.